Hello everyone and welcome to Tuesday. I said 2 days ago that we would be doing a PAX East 2015 Reflections video, and then we didn't do it because the Apple Watch conference was yesterday. But today we are going to be doing the PAX East 2015 Reflections video. We generally do these the day after we get back from PAX, and we talk about what we thought of PAX as a whole, because, you know, while you're there, you're filming stuff and you're doing all this stuff, but like you don't really have time to like sit and reflect on everything after the fact because it's all going on right then and there. So now we can sit and actually do this first. How's your PAX?
It was good.
It was good.
It was stressful due to not PAX related things, but it was good.
Yeah, this was I feel like right off the bat, I feel like this was probably one of, if not the best PAXs that we've ever went to.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also extremely stressful, like you said, not because of PAX itself, but because of all of the issues surrounding it. I mean, being told 5 days before we go that our hotel is not going to be ready, and I don't know if I ever said it on the vlog, but our hotel opened the day after our initial reservation. Like, we were supposed to come in on Thursday, and like our hotel wasn't ready, but our hotel opened the next day, which is funny because we didn't even get into town until Friday anyway. But between the hotel issues and then our flights being canceled twice before having to go out, and really just losing 24 hours.
Yeah.
That sucked. That was really lame because,
we looked forward to PAX so much because we spent so much time getting ready for it, and we work hard otherwise. And then it happened, and we lost a day, and it was so quick, and then it was done and back to normal.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, like, some people might be watching and say, well, you didn't miss any of PAX, but, like, PAX is
Isn't just the convention.
Well, the actual convention is the least important thing to me in the world. Like, the actual PAX itself, I could really care less. I really could. I know it sounds bad to say that, but it's true. Like, the most important thing to me going to these conventions is seeing my friends, is meeting viewers, and the meeting viewers happens generally outside of PAX. So, like, the convention itself is, like, not even important. Like, I don't even care. If I went to a PAX and I didn't even go into PAX at all, like, I would be okay. I would still have a great time. So it really sucked that we missed 24 hours of hanging out with our friends, because we were supposed to get there at around noon on Thursday, and we didn't get there till about noon on Friday. That sucked. Missing out 24 hours. That was the worst thing. But looking past that, I mean, actually being there, like, it was fun. It was not that cold. It really wasn't. I mean, I dealt with it all right. The meetup was the most that we had to be outside at any given time, and honestly, the meetup was good. You were cold.
My feet were cold. I had those little canvas shoes on.
Because
my outfit.
Because Matt was dressed
canvas
up.
Shoes, and I had socks on, but the shoes were nothing. And standing on that cold concrete for an hour. So I'm sorry if anyone missed me, because I know there was someone.
You were there like right until the end, though.
Yeah.
It was only like right after the intro that you darted.
Yeah, I could not feel my.
And
I could not feel my entire foot. It felt like I was walking on my ankles.
That's not good.
It was that numb.
It's probably good that you left then.
Yeah.
I think.
Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
I went inside and we went up to like the Polaris Lounge, and I took off my shoes and socks, and I had dance tights on so I could take off the bottoms of my tights and just roll them up, and my toes were literally like yellow white. And I had to sit there with my hands and warm my toes until they started turning pink, and it took a while.
I'm sorry. After Mal went up,
that was my own fault, so.
Well, that was right after the outro.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I stuck around for probably another 20 minutes.
You did.
After the outro, just to chat. There was a lot of people there. I mean, I know we've talked about it briefly, but there was at least 120, maybe upwards of even 150 people there. And you can't get that from just looking at the outro, because people come and they may only be there for like a few minutes to say hello or whatever and then leave. There's only about half the amount of people that actually stay through the whole thing and then stay for the outro. Some people want to be in the outro. Some people may show up, to say something, but they really want to be in the outro, so they'll stick around. So the outro is not a good representation of the total amount of people that are at these things. And I'd say that there were probably 120 to 150 people that were there. It was good. I mean, the meetup was fantastic. I know we talked a little bit about it on the vlog, but meeting you guys was awesome. And it was just it was really it was a really good time. There was a lot of really good stories. People were extremely courteous. Like, I know that there's some people that they come to these meetups and, you know, they have a lot to say, and like I totally understand that, and they may want to just talk and talk and talk and talk. And there were some people here at this time that wanted to talk a lot, but no one used that opportunity to, like, I don't know, like corner us and just try and talk our ears off or anything. Like, anyone who wanted to talk a lot, they would come up and they would talk, but then they would stand back and let other people speak. And then they wouldn't come back up until it was free, if that makes any sense. And like, I appreciate that. And there's some people that we talked to a lot, but there was not a single situation where it was like someone was holding up anyone else from talking. It was like they may say some things, but then they'll let other people do their thing, and they may catch up with us later, or they may talk with us at another point where there weren't other people waiting. And like, that's courteous, and that was awesome. So everyone did extremely well, and there wasn't any issues with that. It seemed like everyone had a really, really good time.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know if he said, I think he probably said on social media, but this was Tyler's first time doing a meetup like this. Actually, this was Tyler's first time, and he did really well. He was extremely nervous because he makes. Just to be blunt, you guys, anyone that was there knows this, but like, Tyler's online persona is a little different from his real life persona. Like, anyone who's watched Attacking Toucan's channels knows that it's a little.
The humor's a bit different.
It's a little crude, a little on the crude side, and like, he's not like that at all in real life. And I knew that he wasn't like that, and I think a lot of people were concerned because whenever we had said that we were gonna, like, Tyler was going to room with us, everyone was like, "Oh man, this is never going to work, Steven. This is never going to." And like, I've talked to him before. I've talked with him at length on Skype and things like that, and I know that he's, his persona online is different than his persona in real life, and I knew it would be fine. But it was even more than fine. Like, we got to talk with Tyler a pretty good amount while we were at PAX, but then we were in the same terminal when we flew out, and Mal and I just talked to him over lunch for like 90 minutes right before we left. Tyler is a good kid. I mean, we're like, I know that his content is questionable at best, but like, he's a good guy. He's like, just being completely blunt, he's an extremely good guy, and it was really nice to talk with him.
Yeah, it was.
I hope we get a chance to sit down and talk with him a little more in the future. Also, he was supposed to be in our Smash Brothers video we did. We recorded a Smash Brothers video. It'll be out in the future.
But he got held up at dinner with some other friends. He
got held up with dinner. It worked out because John Paula had actually come to dinner with us. So John Paula was in the video instead. So it did work out, but that's unfortunate. But I think that Tyler and I will probably do some sort of collaboration-ish stuff in the future.
And he wanted to do something with us, but we just never had time.
That was a theme.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the theme. We wanted to do some other videos. We were planning on doing some Mario Kart 8 and maybe even some like Wii Part of You stuff, because we brought all this equipment. But we brought all this equipment, 8 controllers, everything, and we only could do one video because it was just, we were that busy. So there's only one video, only Smash is coming out. But it was good to see everyone, and I know this isn't just PAX, but also beforehand, but it was really great hanging out with Josh. I mean, I feel like we knew Josh pretty well anyway, because he has spent a good portion of the last few PAXs with us. But actually having him here and getting to talk with him like every single day for several days, all day, it was good. It was good. Like, I don't know, I don't want to say it confirms my suspicions because I already knew, but like, Josh is also a really good guy. And I don't know, I really enjoyed the time we spent with him.
Yeah, I do too.
It was fun. And he said he'll come back and he'll bring Brooke.
That would be good.
So maybe he'll come back in the summer when it's
nice.
It's nice, and we can all go to the beach or something. That'd be fun. Otherwise, we got to see. We got to hang out with the old gang, Taylor, Dan, Alex, and Haley, and they're wonderful people, all of them. I mean, we've known them for many, many years, and we had a great time.
I bought an Art Statska shirt.
Did you?
From Van
That's
Halen.
right. The Papers, Please shirt.
Yep.
Fangamer is
It's a
teamed up
good
with
shirt.
them. And we didn't show that, but yeah, Mal got one of those shirts.
We sat at the Polaris booth for a while.
Yeah, some
They
of
did
that's
their
on
Versus
video.
Live. We didn't really play a whole lot of games. I played a couple indie games.
Yeah, how long
What was-
how long were we even in the expo hall?
That
Like
one,
no time
yeah.
at all. Like we did not. This is the first year actually we didn't even see all the expo hall. We didn't even try. We were extremely busy in the few times that we had time to actually walk around. We didn't see it all.
What was the name of that cat game I played?
Cat lateral damage.
Yeah, that was funny. I played as Kepler, basically. Actually, Tyler played. I didn't play. I just filmed him playing.
Yeah, that's about it. Honestly, like you played that. I think I watched Josh play an indie game called Homesick, and I saw very little of the expo hall. I didn't even see the Nintendo booth. Didn't even see it.
Tyler, Haley, and I were gonna play Splatoon, but the line was impossibly long.
I mean, honestly, if you're gonna go to PAX, like, instead of waiting in line for all the crazy AAA stuff, like, play indie games. Because the lines are super short, sometimes there is no line, and you can actually interact with the developer, which I think is really, really cool, as opposed to just waiting for a generic FPS 96 or generic racing game 5, or, it's... Because a lot of the AAA games, it's the same thing every year. And, they may be good, but a lot of the indie games are doing, like, new and interesting things, so... that would be a good piece of advice if you're going to one of these things in the future. One of the things I have to give a huge shout out for is Uber, which I had used for the first time ever in San Francisco whenever I was out doing the Ubisoft thing. In November. But we used quite a bit in Boston just because it was so convenient. I mean, it's something that would take us 45 minutes of transit time on the subway took us like 10 minutes in an Uber. And, like, they're just available because there's so many drivers. So if you need to pick up, you're just like, pick up. And, like, it's there in, like, 2 minutes. It was extremely convenient. And, like, there was a few times where it was pricier, but if you have a few people riding in it and you split the cost, it's really not that bad. It's just super, super convenient. So Uber saved our butts on many occasions. I would say that it would save us again in Seattle, but the fact of the matter is,
it's really convenient with its layout.
we will get I'm sure we haven't done it yet, but we'll probably get a hotel within walking distance. In Boston, you can't really do that unless you're like right at the convention center, and it's like $1 million. So, in Boston, you might as well just plan to.
But it'll be warmer in Boston next
transit.
year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, late April.
Yeah. One thing about it, the place that we had that meetup right outside of the thing, I think was perfect. I think it was a perfect spot to do it, and that's probably where we'll do it
The
next
other
year.
park might be nice too next year.
What other park?
Do you remember when we sat up in the part with the glass and we looked down, there was a Dunkin' Donuts and there was like that snow maze?
Yeah.
That's like a big football field.
It's just harder to find.
I know.
One of the things we're known for on Steven Vlog is awesome food, whether we're making it or eating it, because we really, really love food. And that's something that we didn't really get a chance to do this time. We were so busy and things were so crazy. I at one point had referred to the weekend as a whirlwind, a blurry whirlwind, which is a really great way of describing it. That we didn't really have time to plan stuff. Fun fact, a week or more before we were supposed to go to PAX, I had planned, I can't say I had planned, I had a friend who lives in Boston now, was working in Boston, Aaron. He's actually been on the vlog before. He was on a PAX East vlog like 2 years ago or something. He's working in Boston now, and he wanted to get up for dinner, and he had reservations planned for a shabu shabu place in Boston. Him and Derek, who we met up in Mississippi.
Biloxi.
Yeah, Biloxi, Mississippi on a road trip. We were going to have dinner with them, our entire group, and Tyler and them. And he had reservations and everything was all set. And then, this happened and it fell through because we couldn't even, get there until Friday. So when that happened, kind of everything related to dinner fell apart. Like, we didn't eat anything on Friday. Like, on Friday morning, we woke up from that Renaissance hotel and we went to the airport and we bought an $11 sandwich, which was awful.
It was not even that good.
It was really terrible, but we had nothing to eat. And then we didn't eat again until we were at PAX, much, much later in the day. We had like a hot dog. And then we didn't eat it again until that night, way late. After
we recorded.
Yeah, we did the Runaway Guys tournament, and that didn't start until 7, and we didn't leave until like 11. So it was not until about midnight that we ate again. So like we didn't eat almost anything, and by the time we were ready to eat, we had to tell Alex just to order some pizza, or like have some pizza there when we get back. And so that was our Friday, and like we didn't eat anything great, you know. It was like a crappy sandwich, a crappy convention hot dog, and then some pizza. The pizza was not bad,
yeah.
but it was just like, you know, in the past, you know, for dinner we're all like, hey, what do we want to eat?
Get chicken and waffles.
Yeah, like, are we going to do something like this, or you know? And that was sucky.
Yeah, we didn't even get to go to my favorite place ever to eat.
Yeah, the North Street Grill.
Yeah,
that place is amazing, and that didn't happen either. What did we even eat on Saturday? I don't even remember. Did we?
We got up, went straight to the meetup.
Yeah, we didn't have lunch.
I had a donut because Haley, Alex, and I took the Uber with our outfits.
And Paula and Brian were there, and they brought us donuts, which was extremely kind of them. And we had those, and then I think we had
another hot dog
later in the day. And then for dinner we went to P.F. Chang's. And P.F. Chang's was like the only real thing that we had, and that was that. That was all of the food we ate in Boston. And like, that's extremely unusual for us, but we were just so busy, it just did not happen. And then we had lunch with Tyler in the airport on Sunday.
And I had a sandwich
and croissant. we had Dunkin' Donuts. So like, we normally eat really great food, and we were just too busy. And hopefully that'll change for Seattle.
Yeah, it will.
So.
We won't have a long train ride or anything. And
so, I mean, basically, the reflection on all of this was...
It was a really good PAX.
Everything related to us being there was great. I mean, it was wonderful. It was a great trip. PAX Prime will be great. It was a lot of it just had to do with the weather in the hotel and all of the stress leading up to that. And knowing that won't be a factor for Seattle, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah. Not
losing a friggin' 24 hours. Like, that was awful. But hopefully everything will be cool for next time. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you were at PAX, tell us about your experiences. Take as much space as you want. Talk about what you liked, what you didn't like. Maybe you played some games.
The panel was good too.
Yeah. The Runaway Guys panel is always fantastic. People love it. They fill the theater. That's the only thing that bothers me, is that in Boston they fill the theater. In Seattle they don't get anywhere close, and it's because in Boston everything's in one building, so people can get to it. In Seattle, it's in separate hotels, and no one ever knows where it is. And I know that they would fill it if it was in like the main convention hall. They would fill it, no problem. But they don't, because people can't find it. It bothers me, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, yeah, if you're at PAX, talk about it. Take as much room as you'd like. I like reading about your experience, especially if you're first year. Like, if this is the first time you ever went to PAX. Talk about it, especially if you're at the meetup. Talk about that, or if you got video, link to it, whatever. Go wild. I like to read your stories and stuff. So yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I'm still recovering, so I'm gonna go to bed. Gonna go to bed pretty early and try to get lots of sleep. But as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Battle your life all day. You can pay with it.
You can get into your hotel room with it.
Yeah, if you go to a hotel room that has been, up to date on all this crap.
Some you have to like drive an ATV off a cliff and then wingsuit, and there's someone who's a bad driver. They hit a rock and that was that.